Why do all the grades have different assigned square one arts?
So that's new for this year, and the reason I did that was because we've been spending a lot of time on it, like a number of 3 to 4 weeks, which is a long time. So I wanted to tie the lesson to the Massachusetts curriculum frameworks so that I was covering the standards while we were still doing square one art. So that is why I changed it this year.
Why do all grades have the certain things they do? Like third grade has hands, fourth grade has fish, fifth grade has boats.
Because each grade had a different standard that I was trying to have the students learn. So if we look at fifth grade, they did the sailboats, but it was really about foreground, middle ground, background. So, and then with the fish, it had to do with patterns and shapes and lines. And it also dealt with a little background information. And then the third graders, mostly we did their hand, and then they learned to do lines and shape, basic.
Okay. Did you have a choice to choose to do square one art in the school, or did you have to?
I pretty much had to. Ever since I've come here, it's something that's always been done. So I had done it since the day I got here. So it's been 12 years. This is my 12th year here.
Do you like doing square one art?
You know, I do. I'd like it to only take 3 weeks instead of kind of going into 4 weeks. So I'm going to work on maybe fine-tuning it next year so we can get it done in just 3 weeks. But I do like it, and this year I like it because it really covers the standards, and I think that the outcomes are really nice. They look really good.
Do you think you'll be doing any projects like this again?
Well, everything I teach adheres to the standards for the most part. Every lesson, like when we're working on foil relief, fourth grade will be working on that. And that is definitely something that we're working on, learning what a relief sculpture is, learning how to create one, terminology, making it symmetrical, using asymmetry, things like that. So everything I teach actually is according to the standards that Massachusetts provides.
This is a bit off topic, but what inspired you and why are you an art teacher?
So when I was a student your age, I always loved art, and I always took extra art classes outside of school. And typically if I had an assignment, for instance, in 7th grade, I had to do a report on a cougar. And I remember specifically I got a C+ on the written part of the test, or the exam, and then I got an A+ on the drawing. So I always knew that was more my thing. So when I went to school, I got a Bachelor of Fine Arts, which was when I covered all painting and sculpture and things like that. That's how I started. I didn't go back to get my teaching degree till I was 40, so it was a long time later.
Now, do you encourage kids to do art?
Well, I think every student is an artist in their own way. I mean, some students definitely have a natural ability for it, but every project I put out there is usually just meant to be fun while they're still learning what they're supposed to learn. It's really supposed to be a break from math and science when you sit down in here and get to talk to the people at your table and just have fun doing some artwork. That's how I look at it. But you're still learning, you may not realize you are. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing for that you like students to do in art?
I like everything we do. I know the kids like the clay the most, but I like all the projects I put out there. If I don't particularly like something, I probably wouldn't be teaching it. And this year I have some of the new things were the birch trees, which I've been trying with Neighborhood, and I love those. Those have been coming out great. We're also doing the snowmen, which is on the board from a bird's eye view. So every year I try to introduce 3 or 4 new lessons, and then if I really like them, you'll see them year after year.
Now, some studies say that coloring, in little coloring books with little details, are relaxing. Do you believe that?
Totally. Because I go home and in the evening I will work on projects that I have you guys working on, or I'll work on my own coloring pages or something. For me, it's extremely relaxing. it's not for everybody, I don't think, but I think the majority of people find it somewhat relaxing, and that's why you're seeing all those adult coloring books now. Yeah.